when I'm not doing the right thing, it's literally there. And you cannot then reject that spirit. So I'm telling you, if spirits are real, folks, if you will simply, and people say, oh, this is a bunch of mumbo jumbo, do it. Prepare yourselves to break free of Satan. Prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to see and come out of the matrix. Ask Jesus Christ into your heart and pray that our leaders, like Saul of Tarsus, be struck with reality. I know there are some men in the system and women that aren't pure evil that can be turned to good. Pray that God move on them as well. Pray that God's Spirit move on the land. David Knight, I didn't mean to go off into that, but these are desperate times. I'm just telling folks where I really stand. David Knight, your take on that, then we're going to go back to calls.
Yeah, Alex, you're absolutely right. It's ultimately a spiritual battle. These things perpetuate over multiple generations. We know that it's accelerating right now. My wife read to me a very interesting testimony from the actor Denzel Washington. I would encourage people to take a look at what he said in terms of his encounters with God. But I am very, very...
Some of that in the next segment. Pull it up. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm very, very concerned about what is going on in terms of, you're talking about chemical lobotomies that they're able to do. Of course, they did massive surgical lobotomies on veterans when they came back from World War II. There was a long series of abuse about that in the Wall Street Journal. But now they're moving beyond that to doing electronic lobotomies. And the things that they're able to do, people can't even understand. That's how asleep the public is. And that's what is so dangerous about this, is that when we're in kind of a semi-conscious, not even paying attention, not really truly even physically sleeping, but just not paying attention, it's very easy for them to do these things to us subconsciously as well as consciously. When we look at these experiments that they're doing with the mouse brains, when we look at the brain initiative that Obama has put in, we talked about that when we talked about artificial intelligence. Yeah, it's very dangerous.
Excellent points, David. I didn't mean to go off in a jag when you brought that up, but it's so incredibly important. In fact, I just pulled up the Denzel Washington clip. If we can get the audio of that, maybe we can play that later as well. Right now, let's go back to the calls. Who's been holding the longest here? Jason in Tennessee, God bless you for holding. You're on the air. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I'll be short. Alex, I really do believe that in the very end of this, we will have to take up arms. But in the meantime, what we have to do, and a group here in my little town in Tennessee, East Tennessee, we have gone to alerting the public of all the school board meetings, all the council meetings, and we regularly have, the rooms are full when they have those meetings, just to let these people know that we're watching you. We distribute flyers that tell what's going on in the town. We have actually had a corrupt mayor that was kicked out because of the alertness that the people have taken on to be awakened. We have a lot of people that are still asleep, and we have got to wake these people up. We have to start with our young people. We have to turn these young people over to the truth about things, to get them away from this mesmerizing trance that they're in, to get them away from that, to show them what this country was like 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago, with the way it was, that it could be like that again, and even stronger, Alex. We can go to these meetings. We can look these people in the eye. We can stand there, never even say a word, but let them know that we are standing strong. We are watching you, and we will do what it takes for you to do what you are supposed to do in this union. Thank you, Alex.
God bless you, sir. Thanks for holding to say that. Very strong testimony. And give them literature. Talk to them. We have to make a noise. We have to act like chickens hop up and down when a weasel comes into the coop, and you can go out there and shoot the weasel. Well, we're a lot better than chickens, folks. We can at least hop around and squawk. I mean, this is a big deal. I mean, they just got rid of the borders, folks. David, take us out to break. I mean, what do you expect to happen next, David? The executive tax increases?
Well, Alex, Petraeus said that we no longer have America. We now have North America. They're taking the mask off. They're showing people that the agreement that they passed 20 years ago, NAFTA, he even referred to NAFTA, they're showing people that that wasn't simply a trade agreement. It was something that directly affected our sovereignty. And now they're showing us that. And they're going to the next level. They're showing us that because they're going to the next level with this Trans-Pacific Transatlantic Partnership. And there's an article that we could talk about that's on New American where they said it's really kind of coming to a point now with that. That's the real danger, I think. But we defeat this at the local level.
Well, we've got to just stop complying. I mean, they want to have these specific partnerships and other things making decisions here. They won't even let us see it. I mean, it's game over. No, it's not legitimate. Like King George wasn't legitimate. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Yeah.
I'm really glad my buddy Mark turned me on to guns80.com. I got to tell you, I didn't want to buy any more firearms. I didn't want a paperwork trail headed back to Big Brother. I want 100% privacy. I want to be an invisible gun owner. Hello? So Mark says, hey, guns80.com, Ghost AR-15. Ghost means invisible. Get it? Ghost AR-15. Guns80.com. I got a couple, if you know what I mean. Go to guns80.com or call 844-2GUNS80.
My name is Dell, and I live in El Cajon, California. I was concerned about my cholesterol readings because I knew that high cholesterol is related to clogging of the arteries and increases the risk for heart attack and stroke. One day, I heard an ad for Heart and Body Extract, and I was skeptical, but I decided to give it a try. Man, the numbers don't lie.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
As the New World Order continues to tighten its grip on every facet of our lives, we're all asking ourselves, how can we maintain our independence? The answer is clear. Get prepared, and you get prepared now. Now the only question left is, where do we begin? My Patriot Supply is here to help. Call 800-247-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. We're even covering the cost of shipping. Are you willing to rely on the government and FEMA in the event of an emergency? Call 800-274-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. You won't be able to find this deal online, and there is a strict limit of 4 per caller, so don't wait. Call now, 800-274-3070. That's 800-274-3070. Call right now.
Usually, the older one gets, the less you are able to absorb amino acids and the less you are able to repair the 100 trillion cells of your body. As a result, you'll have less energy, your tissues will shrink, and you'll become wrinkled. An older person will typically injure more easily and heal more slowly. Not fun. However, if you can consume a protein powder that is easier to absorb, then you may be able to gain back some strength, muscle, and speed of recovery. One World Whey is a highly digestible whey protein powder that may be the perfect answer for you.
My name is Errol. I'm 74 years old. You know, the taste of One World Whey is amazing. I play pickleball, and since taking One World Whey and your trace mineral supplement, I have more energy and recover faster from my working out. I used to take another grass-fed whey protein powder, but now I'm getting much better results using One World Whey.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldway.com.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight in Austin. We're joined by Alex Jones on the road. And before we go back to Alex, I want to get his take on this. They're talking about the Apple Watch, which came out yesterday. One of the things they said about it was it's capable of displaying a barcode that will act as an airline boarding pass. Think about that image, a barcode on your wrist to allow you to travel. What does that conjure up? Does that sound like something out of a concentration camp? What do you think, Alex?
Well, David, it's funny that you brought that up because when you were talking about all this beast technology last segment, I was thinking about how they're going to make us have smartphones, smart devices to travel and just live our lives. It's there watching us. It's our little guardian demon that will track our heart rate, what we eat, what we do, how much we exercise, to carbon tax us and track everything we do. And this has all been announced just as other big TV manufacturers now go, no, we're recording and watching everything you do. And all the smartphones, London Telegraph came out last week, are in their terms of service watching and listening to you physically, not just tracking the cookies. And so, see, it makes everything we said passé. But we're still kooks because we said it first. See, it's like telling somebody where to strike gold, and then you strike gold, and then you spit in their face. Well, folks, we're right about all the rest of it, too. Believe me, we give you all the documentation. Why do you think the military is so awake? They're training them for nationwide cordoning of cities and gun confiscation, and their number one enemy is the gun owners, the veterans. They train to arrest veterans. They train to kill veterans. The military is freaking out. But it's like someone who can see 1,000 miles from a mountaintop talking to amoebas that don't even know they're in a petri dish when the military tries to warn people. And so it's that disconnect. The enforcers are being prepared for all-out hell, and they don't like it, and they don't want to be part of it. They don't want to back al-Qaeda and Syria wars. They don't want to be immoral and evil. But the politicians run by foreign globalists are the problem. And so we've got to identify the enemy. We've got to identify that America really is occupied. America really is run by globalists. We really are in a one-world government, just like Italy has had their president appointed, and Greece has had people appointed. I mean, think about how over the top that is, that they've got all these secret Asia trade agreements, and we get one part of the document from WikiLeaks, and it's the total takeover of the internet and free speech. It's SOPA and CISPA, and it's secret. We're under FCC regulation now, the entire internet, telecommunications, and they won't release it because they're making a dictatorial move. They've made the decision to go for a broke. They're coming after the bullets. They're coming after the guns. And I'm just here screaming bloody murder on the parapet saying enemies are climbing the gates. And then what do you do when they shut us down? They're coming, folks. They're here. It isn't a game. And I'm not trying to get hyped up. It's every time I think about how epic this is and how criminal this is and how ridiculous it is, how over the top it is. I mean, I covered this Sunday. Mainstream U.S. and British newspapers admitting that the vaccines were brain damaging people and admitting that glyphosate's caused a 5-fold increase in kidney failure. You wonder why dialysis places are popping up everywhere. And I mean, they're just murdering us. They're murdering us. They know they're murdering us. It's a sick joke.
You know, it's interesting, Alex, when you're talking about vaccines. It was an interesting article. Guys, pull this up about the former Mooresville child. This is in North Carolina, just outside Charlotte. They're educating the public in this article about the vaccine court. Now, this is a child that was damaged by vaccines. She had encephalopathy, brain injury. They say she got $2 million plus $250,000 a year for the rest of her life from the vaccine court, Alex. And the mother said, I'm very angry because people want to put people like me who are concerned about vaccine safety now. She's got a daughter that got $2 million and $250,000 for life. She's concerned about vaccine safety. And she says, they want to put people like me in jail.
Well, let's expand on that. Let's expand on that. Yeah. Since they set the court up in the 70s, it's been kept secret. She's not even supposed to speak out when they put her daughter, because the doctors admitted the truth. You know, they have normally when they shoot your kid up and they have the convulsion, never talk again, and they get paralyzed, and they get put on a breathing machine, they arrest you and claim you beat them up. But now the science is there. They know it's the vaccine. And so she's supposed to sit down, take her $2 million, and then sit there with her vegetable daughter. And absolutely, now, look, I mean, here's the article right here. Out of Fox News, gun owners will not be allowed to adopt children. Heartbroken couple denied being able to adopt a child because they have a gun permit. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, they are preparing to persecute and say, if you've got guns, you can't fly. Or if you don't take vaccines, you can't have a job. This is the tyranny. You're supposed to let them brain damage your kids and carry out their black ops. And they're shooting our troops up with soft kill. But the good news is the bad news. They've hurt so many people. There's so many victims that everybody knows the enemy. And folks, the enemy is scared. And as Coca-Cola and McDonald's falls, so does the whole New World Order. And I'll explain that and take calls on the other side. Stay with us. I'm Alex Jones.
We're on the march. The empire's on the